everybody, my name is Mars, you can call me MG if you would like, and today is June 21st, which means it is the start of this round of the Storytellers Hearth Weekend Relay, or at least it will be in a few hours. It's currently about quarter to noon, and the event doesn't start until, I think, 6 p.m. tonight, my time, so we've got some time, but that's okay because I have a lot of prep work that I want to get done. First and foremost, I want to finish reading Watership Down because I don't want to put it on pause for a whole weekend and then pick it back up, but I'm like 75% of the way through at the moment, so I should have no problem finishing it up in the next several hours. Other than that, I might make a tracker. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but I just love making trackers, so that's going to be fun. And then I kind of want to make a wheel of all of my different project ideas because right now I'm not like in between projects, but I've just got a lot that I've been focusing a little bit on at different times. So first and foremost, I will definitely have to be working on Project Jenny, which at this point in time I have announced the title and the release date and everything, and I can call it Jenny Was a Friend of Mine, which is the full title, but Project Jenny is just so much easier to say. I have gotten the final feedback from my critique partner on that, so I will have to be incorporating all of that, updating my files, and I will be ordering my physical proof copy. So that is the first thing I'll be doing for the weekend relay. It's the highest priority. I'm hoping I can get all of that done tonight. After that, though, no idea what I'll be working on. Hence the wheel that I want to make. I figured at the start of each of the different streams, I would spin the wheel and see what I'm working on. Maybe at the start of each sprint within the stream if I'm feeling a little spicy, but I don't really know. I have so many projects and I truly cannot pick just one that I'm interested in right now, which is why we're going to give myself a variety. But as things stand now, I just wanted to come here and give you a little bit of an introduction to what's happening. Now that I've said all that, I realized I haven't explained what the event is. If you don't know what the Weekend Relay is, it is run by the Storytellers Hearth, which is a writing community started by Jess at the Hex Library, and then Sam joined later on, and the two of them run these events every year, a couple times a year, called the Weekend Relay, where everyone gets together and does a lot of reading, does a lot of writing, does a whole lot of story-related stuff, hence the Storytellers Hearth. I will be focusing on writing. Don't always. I know last time they had it back in like October, I think I was focused on reading a lot, but regardless, this time I'm writing. Just don't know exactly what I'm writing after today, so I will get back to you guys when I have things to update on, when I'm making the tracker maybe, or later on when the event has actually started, so I will see you then. Hello friends, it is about 3:15 and we've moved to the bedroom because it is not cool in here, but it's definitely not as hot as it is in the office, and I have decided that I'm not gonna wait until the event starts to get into writing. I did finish Watership Down. It was fine. It wasn't anything special to me, but I also didn't hate it, so pretty middle of the road. And then I watched a little bit of YouTube, and then I'm like, you know what, let me at least prepare to write and open up my documents and everything. And I opened up my draft of my book, and Marta, my critique partner, left 61 comments, and that's a lot more than I was expecting. And granted, I know a lot of them will be like not constructive ones. I apologize if you can hear cars going past. This is at the front of the house, so the street is right there. I know a lot of the comments are just going to be like emojis here and there. A very common Marta comment is whenever my characters have food, she comments, "Dang, now I'm hungry," or something along those lines. My writing for some reason makes Marta very hungry. It's something that's happened in like every draft she's read for me. But 61 is still a very daunting number, so I'm going to get started on that now and just work on it throughout the day. When the event starts, I will come back and let you know and give you updates throughout that. But I just figured I'd come on here and say, even though the event's not starting for like 3 more hours, I'm gonna start working on this writing, so I'm just gonna get going on that, and hopefully this isn't a lot more work than I was expecting it to be. Okay, I was being extremely dramatic in that last clip. I took the last half hour to go through the comments, and it was not bad at all. A lot of it was just her going, oh my gosh, this works so well. I like all of this stuff that you've added since the last time I read it, because she read not the most recent draft, but the draft before that. And quite a bit has changed, quite a bit has been added, and it was just a lot of, like, this stuff works a lot better now. There are 14 points that I have to address and edit. Most of it is pretty light stuff, just like misspelling a word or forgetting to type a word in a phrase. I've done that a couple times. Fixing the flow of some sentences. There are 2 or 3 spots where I have to just add maybe like a paragraph or 2 to clear some things up. The biggest issue is the last chapter that has 4 points that I have to fix, and the rest of the chapters all have 1. Most of them actually don't have anything that needs to be fixed, but I'm going to go into my formatting software. I use Atticus, and it's been great, so I'm going to go in there and make my changes, and then do one more read through before finalizing my files and uploading them to Amazon and ordering my proof copy. So that's going to be the rest of however long that takes me. I really don't know, but I'm so relieved that it's not anything major that needs to be changed. Like, genuinely, I saw the 61 comments and I was so scared, but it's fine. I need to give myself more credit for being a good writer, because I am. I write pretty dang good stuff, and I've put so much effort into making this good. Like, it's not even like it's a first draft. Like, I've done edits and stuff to improve this story, so like, it's no surprise that Marta had a really good time. She also just really likes my stories. But I am sweating. I feel like my face is so red. I'm so hot. So I'm going to turn on the AC and get back to work. Hello friends, I am here in this crazy evening lighting to give you a little bit of an update. The first stream of the event, the weekend relay, the first sprinting stream, starts in 10-ish minutes. That's Nia's stream, and I am just ready to take it very easy. I genuinely have a headache from doing all of the Project Jenny stuff with the cover and like putting all my files together in the right spot and all that. Of course, a plane is going by right when I want to talk, when there hasn't been any planes throughout the entire rest of the day. Great. I'm so tired, but I do want to get more writing stuff done today, so I'm going to. I have not made a tracker because I've decided that I don't know what I would put on it, so it's easiest just to not make the tracker. And I also haven't made my wheel, but I think I'll do that for tomorrow. Tonight, though, I know what I want to work on. I want to work on Cowboy Baby, which is short for I Want to Be a Cowboy Baby, which is my sapphic western romancy book. I'm not sure if it's like going to be a romance or if it's going to be a book with a romance in it. I'm very early on in the planning stages, obviously, but I'm very excited to do said planning, and it's just what's calling to me tonight. So I've got my notebook here to do all of my brainstorming and stuff, and I'll be doing that for the next couple of hours. Hello friends, we have reached the end of the first stream of the event. Sort of. There's like 5-ish minutes left in the last sprint, and then we're gonna do a little bit of chatting afterwards, but it's basically the end. I figured I'd give you an update. I have in fact been working on my cowboy story, doing so much research. I researched rodeo events and watched some clips on YouTube. I researched Wild West shows, a whole bunch of stuff that super fascinating. I don't think I've had this much fun doing research in a long time, but I feel a lot more prepared to write this story. I kind of have more background on my characters now, and I have in fact named my 2 main characters, the sapphics in question, and given them backstories, and I already love them. I like genuinely want to commission fan art of them already, and they barely exist, which is weird because like my other stories and stuff, like it'd be cool if there was fan art that existed, but I've never actively wanted to like commission it, mostly because I'm very broke. But I apologize for any sounds you might be hearing. The fan is loud, and also my laptop fans are going crazy because it's still so hot in here, and it just got loud for a second. I don't know if you heard that, but regardless, we're gonna move on. Yeah, I have my two main characters, and I might continue working on this tomorrow. I might make the wheel that I said I was thinking about, but honestly, if I wake up still thinking about my cowboys, or I guess cowgirls, might just continue on with this, which is totally fine. I'm just a little bit sad that I might not use a wheel, because wheels are fun, but I'm just having a fantastic time working on this, and so why not keep going with that feeling? And now I'm gonna get ready for bed. Actually, I would love to stay up for Laura's stream, but I just cannot. 10 p.m. is like get ready for bedtime for me, so I'm going to get ready for bed and go to sleep. Okay, my boyfriend interrupted me for a second, but I'm back. I think I was leaving off with having to go to bed early-ish, or at least not late, because tomorrow's grocery day and we like to do that early in the morning, and then I just want to get right into writing once I come home, so I need to be well rested for that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Actually, one more thing. I don't know if I told you guys about this, but today marks the start of my summer time tracking project thing that I'm doing. So each of these columns is a different project, and I'm keeping track of how many hours I work on each one each day. So you can see today I did 3¼ hours of work across 2 projects, which is fantastic. And I'm very excited to see where this goes over the next 90 days that I'm doing it. Hello everybody, it is the next day. It's a little past 9 a.m. and I already have an update for you because last night when I went to bed, it takes me a while to sleep, and the entire time I was trying to fall asleep, I was just thinking about my cowboys, and I figured out some stuff that I want to include in this story, some different elements to it. The antagonist I've got pretty much figured out, and I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to continue working on it, so I will not be spinning a wheel to figure out what project I'm working on because I don't even want to think about the other ones right now. I just want to work on Cowboy Baby because I'm just already so entrenched in this. Right now, though, I'm going to go eat. So I woke up, technically I woke up at like 6 a.m., but I didn't get out of bed until 8 a.m. because I kind of just sat there snuggling my cats for a little while. But got up, went grocery shopping, just got back, and I figured I'll give you a little bit of an update, and then I'm gonna go eat, and then I will get back to work on writing. So I missed Mullen's stream entirely. I think right now it's Inimitable Books streaming for the next hour-ish, and then there's a break, and then someone is streaming at noon. So I should be able to catch the tail end of the current stream, and I might work during the break since I'm getting a late start today. A late start. But that's all gonna happen later. For now, I am going to have something nice to eat and get myself prepared to write. Hello. We've moved to the bedroom, as you can see. It is almost 5 p.m. and throughout the day I have done so much work on this project. I've gotten characters done and a lot of the major plot points. I've already figured out some dialogue in a couple of scenes. There's a car going past, fantastic, love that. But like little snippets have already come to me, so I've written those down so I don't forget. I've like named places and things. Lots of work. So then I was like, why don't I make some character mood boards? I think that'd be really fun. It was not fun. I was getting real frustrated. They were not turning out at all how I planned in my head, and I was just getting really stuck. And I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna put that on pause and not work on the character mood boards, take a minute, and then get back to writing. Well, I don't want to get back to writing right now. I think it might be a little bit the mood boards making me feel stuck, but also the heat. It is so bad. It was supposed to rain. We had a little bit of thunder, but it didn't actually rain, and it's just awful. It's like 93, 94 degrees here, Fahrenheit, of course, and it's so bad. I feel like I'm melting. So I am just going to take a longer break and not write for a few hours. It's, like I said, a little bit before 5 o'clock, and right now Emma is streaming, and her stream is going until just before 6, and then 6 to 7 is the break stream with Jess, and then someone, Julie, maybe? is streaming at 7, so I've decided that 7 o'clock stream is when I'm going to get back to writing, and I'm going to do more plot work, because the plot work has been very fun. Maybe more character work and like come up with some background characters, because I've got a lot of those that I have to fill out. My one character is part of a Wild West show, and so I can come up with a bunch of people who are also part of that, maybe some more people to fill out the town. So that sounds like a much better plan. I think right now, though, I'm going to play some Animal Crossing to just chill out and turn the AC on so that I can physically feel nice and chilled out. And I will get back to writing later on in the evening, and I'll see you guys then. Can most definitely hear fireworks in the background of this clip, but we're just gonna ignore them. I have no idea why they're going off, but it's fine. I am done with my writing for today, so I figured I'd come and update you. I have done a total of 3.5 hours of work on Cowboy Baby over the course of the day, and I'm super happy with what I have. I think it was it 7 pages or 9 pages of handwritten brainstorming, and by page I mean like one side. That's why it's odd, because I had already used the front side of a page, so I was starting on the back side, and then I did other front and back. So it was either 7 or 9, and I don't remember which, but a lot of work doing character stuff, like naming people and places, and figuring out plot points and how they interact with the overarching storyline. I've done a little bit of plots for the like B story, so that's all coming together quite nicely. I also made 3 mood boards. I did in fact go back to Canva to try and fix them, and with encouragement from Katie Ann, the queen of mood boards herself, I made them not quite how I imagined them, but I am still happy with them. And you can go to my Instagram to see those. I will be posting them before this vlog goes up, surely, because this vlog isn't going up for a couple of weeks because of how the month ends. I like to do my TBR video, and then this will be going up after that. So my mood boards will be long up on Instagram before you see this video, but regardless, I did quite a lot today, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to work on the same project tomorrow. I would say at this point in time, it's like a 70% chance that I stick with this project, but there's still that 30% chance that I decide to work on something else, and I will be deciding that tomorrow morning. I probably won't go to the earlier streams the same how I did today, but I myself am hosting a stream at 3 p.m. It's the final sprint stream, and my friends Crystal, Laura, and Malin will be joining me, and it's gonna be so much fun. I'm just so excited. So tomorrow is going to be a good day, and I will see you then. Good morning, friends. As you can see by my wet hair, I have just gotten out of the shower. It is 8:15 in the morning, and I am so ready to get going on this. I woke up with several more ideas for my cowboy story. My Western story. I really should start calling it a Western, because like it's not cowboys. There's a cowboy. Probably more than one, but like that's not the main focus of it. Anyway, I am so excited to get back to working on this. I have been thinking about how I have a lot of plot points for the second half of the book and very few for the first half of the book. So I think what I've been thinking of as my midpoint isn't actually my midpoint, because there's not like I could make up a bunch of stuff to go in the first half of the book. That's kind of what plotting is just making stuff up. But like the timeline and everything, I'm starting to realize that maybe what I thought was my midpoint is just part of the fun and games. And there is a moment a little bit after the midpoint that I have now that would serve a similar like turning point that the midpoint is supposed to serve. So that might just be the case, I don't know. But I have come up with a couple of more ideas that I want to get out while I'm still thinking of them. First, I do have my morning routine to get done, so I like to start my day with a couple of like puzzly things. So I have Myrtle, which is a murder-themed logic puzzle book, and I like to do one of those a day. I do like Wordle and Connections, and Strands is the new one. I really like that one. And there's also a non-New York Times one called Colorful, where it gives you a color and you have to like mix the other colors in the given percentages to match the color. That one's really fun. I don't know, I just feel like starting my day with a little bit of a challenge is like a nice way to get into things, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get right into writing. Hello friends, it is 5:30-ish in the evening, and I have not updated you all day because it is so freaking hot in this apartment that I have not wanted to do anything. It's especially hot right now in the office because I've got my big computer going because I'm streaming with my lovely friends Crystal, Malin, and Laura as my co-hosts, and it's been a great time. We are in our last sprint, so I figured I would take this time to update you guys because I am decidedly not writing during the sprint because my hand cramping real bad. But I want to give you a little wrap up on all that I've done this weekend. So we have, I moved my stuff out of the way. This is my brainstorming notebook, and I did 6 pages of this, so like 6 front and backs, which is wild. I think I counted it and it was like just under 2,000 words of brainstorming, which is great. I did 3 character mood boards that I've already talked about. Today I also did a little art thing on Canva that's like a fake newspaper printout because there's a newspaper in my story that's kind of important and gives some news to my characters and kind of just like lays some background work down, and I'm like, this is gonna be fun to make. It was a headache, but it was still fun to make, and I'm very proud of it. And then I figured, why not start, oh, come here index cards, why not start outlining? So that's what I've been doing these past couple sprints on my stream. I did 9 scenes so far on my little index cards, and then I'm like, I need to put this on hold until tomorrow because my hand hurts really bad from all of the writing I've done. Oh, I also wrote a 500-word-ish blurb kind of explaining my story and shared that with my friends, and everyone's so excited, which makes me more excited to work on this. Like, it's so fantastic. This has been a wonderful weekend. I'm so grateful for the people who made it possible, you know, like Jess and Sam for running it, and all the people who have hosted and co-hosted. It's just been a lovely weekend despite the heat. I genuinely could have done without that, but everything else has been so good, and I'm just really happy to be part of this wonderful community. But that is where I am going to leave you guys today. Well, maybe I'll wait until this plane goes past because that's very rude of it to interrupt me. I feel like there's been so many planes these past like 3-4 days, and like I've never heard planes go by this area before, but whatever. But yeah, that is now the end of this vlog. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone!